Hang on a minute, there's nothing there. I better do something about that. That's better. Now I've got something to do. What I'm going to do is cut little squares of this and force it into each of these holes. That was a trick that I saw on Retro Power. It helps give these old springs a bit more resistance. Now, that's a lot of little squares. I mean, the guy on Retro Power, he cut circles. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's just too much effort. So I can't really think how I'd do it without wasting a lot of material. Here I'm just going to cut little squares, push it in the hole, see how it goes. Let me get the tools. Okay, tools needed: ruler, marker, knife. Move things around. Unfortunately, the person that cut this at the store couldn't cut straight. Now, granted, I'm going to have difficulty with this, but they should have been able to cut straight. They have machines. Anyway, I've just marked it up with 2-inch squares. These are roughly 2-inch circles. I'm figuring that that should work. So I'll do this first row. If it doesn't work, I'll have to increase the size or decrease it, whichever. But first, what I have to do is try and cut all the way through as straight as I can. Did I tell you need a sharp knife? Well, let's try this. I don't know if this is going to work. Probably not, don't know. Oh, that's not as sharp as it should be on the point. Yeah, that's into there. I'm going to cut a little crooked here. I'll get there. You may recall that I had a hot knife. That thing was bloody useless. We're better off heating this up. Okay, a little rough down bottom. That's because the tip is not as, yeah, that tip really needs sharpening. The edges are fine. It's just my bad sharpening. I didn't do the tip properly. That's okay. So now, what you do is cut it this way. Oh yeah, be careful with the double-edged knife, don't rest your finger there. I have a little arch in my finger, so I'm not cutting it. Anybody want a slice of cake? Sponge? Sponge cake. Come on, where else can you get good humour like that? Right. Let's see if it works. Oh, it's going to be tricky getting it in, I think. I want to get it below this top surface. I very much doubt it will make any difference anyway. I wonder if I had something like a toilet roll holder, and then I could push the sponge into it, and then I'm struggling twice. Forget about it. Anyway, so you get the idea, don't you, huh? That is now increasing the springiness. So let me finish this off and I'll come back. Well, that took a while to do, cutting all those squares. At one point, I must admit, I did think about using that injection foam stuff, but it doesn't stay spongy like this. I mean, this is going to be great. So now, it's time to start building this seat. Although, I guess that's what I've been doing anyway. So now, I've got to get the various materials and the foam that goes on this seat. I'm not sure of the order of things, I must admit. I'm going to have to do a bit of research. I believe the first thing on here is the sacking cloth. Then I believe there's like a layer of, I guess I want to call it cotton. It's not really cotton, but that kind of stuff. Then the sponge. And then the seat leather, I believe. I'm going to find out, aren't I? Jesus. Have I ever done this before? No. I have covered, did the E-type interior. It doesn't have springy spring things. It was just sponge and leather. And wood. So this is going to be fun. Wow. I never thought I'd get to this stage. However, I'm doing that. And don't forget my previous question or request for photos of the carpets in your Mark II. Which one lays on top of which? If you can tell me, show me. I would very much appreciate it. So let me go and get my materials now. Lay them out and start doing shit. It's going to require my hog ring gun too, so I'm going to get me a hog. Hog diggity dog. Right, let's put this away for the moment. Still got one more seat to do. What did I do this? I'm a fucking idiot. Why didn't you just open the door? Oh, crap. That stupidness you were hearing is I just tried to put the sponge into the car, get it out of the way. And instead of opening the door and putting it in, I tried to push it through the window. And of course, it's bigger than the hole. All right, enough drivel. Let's go get the seat stuff. Okay, I think I've got everything I need. Certain things, they're not on show. My hog ring, pliers, needle and cotton, etc. First, I'm going to open this bag. In this bag is a complete front seat trim kit, I am told. Now that means it's for the back and the base. Well, obviously at the moment I'm only doing the base. So let's get this open, see what's in there, see if I can figure it out. I somehow doubt each piece is separately marked. Therefore, I will just have to figure it out, won't I? I have to use my little brain cell. If I can do that without damaging anything, I'll be really happy. Now this kit I got from BAS in Palm Springs, as I've mentioned before. One thing I don't like already is that the foams, which I will show you, are not the moulded ones. They're just pieces of foam cut to the relevant shape. So I'm not impressed with that. Unfortunately, it's too late for me to do anything about it, with the exception of try it, and if I can't get it looking decent, then I take the covers off again and buy the appropriate foams. So let's see, what have I got here? Well, that's obviously the backrest. As you can see, nice leather. Even smells like leather. Down the side, that's vinyl with the sponge lining. Not sure what that piece is for. Obviously it's needed, otherwise they wouldn't put it in. I don't think they cut pieces off and just chuck them in. This obviously is for pulling the center rib section back. Now, hopefully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly what mine was and exactly what I wanted. 8 pleat. This is going to be the issue, or the piece of fun, is lining up the back pleats with the seat pleats. So I've got to be very careful about that. I might have to, before I clamp everything down, do a bit of jiggery pokery. Now, this is where I was concerned, and rightly so, it would appear. This is the base. As you can see, it has the moquette. Well, that moquette has to go on a particular side, and the leather doesn't. And if my brain cell would work, I think the moquette goes on the transmission tunnel side, which makes this the right seat. In other words, on my car, which is right-hand drive, this is the driver's seat. So, that's what I believe. And it all looks very nice. Yeah, but I've got to fit it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is how that goes. I'm going to have to look at a few just to make sure before I Commit. Yes, we all know I should be committed. Tissue paper not needed. And what have we got here? Aha, yes, that is the back piece for the upright, and then this tucks under where the rear passenger's feet would go. This piece, oh okay, yeah, that's for covering the picnic tables. So there should, yes, there's two of those, and a piece of moquette. Where does that go? Ah yes, that goes over where the side of the back comes down and the base is. There's a piece of metal there. This will be enough to do two of them. So that's that. What is that piece for? Ah! Hang on, am I right or not? I'm just trying to think. I'm thinking. Am I a piece short? Or did I just cut this down the middle? Crap, I can't remember now. I'm thinking this goes inside where the picnic table is. So I don't think I need much. Hopefully that's enough. I'll have to check the other kit before I get to that part and see if the other kit's got two of these in, and if it does, then I'm going to have to either purchase a piece or figure something out. But I really do think this is enough to do two, but we will see. So let's see. I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need those. Hang on, it says one. Oh, this is enough for one seat. Well, I don't have to put two picnic tables on one seat, do I? So maybe this is an inner and an outer piece for the seat. Then, then what is this piece for? Answers on a postcard, please. Just trying to think where that could go. I can't think of anywhere where that could go, but no, it's okay. Just a spare bit, I don't care. I'll take spares because I go spare quite often. Right, I don't need these or these. Ah, looky loo. That's leather. That's vinyl. That tells me that that goes inside and the vinyl to the leather goes on the outside. It still doesn't tell me what that piece is for. Right, so I don't need that. That can be put away. I don't need that. That can be put away. I do need that. I don't need that. Right, let's get all my don't needs together. Put those back in the storage for the time being. Right, that's the part I don't need. Okay. Whew. Got my cloth out. It needs to come up and over. I want to give myself plenty of slack here. I wonder if I should take that to in a second. I've got plenty to play with here, fortunately. If I could take that up to that bar there, and I'll stitch it onto that bar there. That gives me plenty there. So let me pull this. And this one. I think I should only take it to this one here. maybe to that one there. Yeah, maybe to that bar. Okay, so if I allow, what should we say? That would be from there to there to there. That should make me to there. There we go. Let's come out here. If I'm wrong, I've got a roll of it. I'll trim that off afterwards. Right. One thing I noticed in my video of me taking my seat apart is that initially it was stitched to this flat bar. Then it was wrapped to here and stitched to this, and also it came over here and tucked back in on itself. I guess that's just the way they did it. And then after that I'm going to put some, I've got some padding to put around here. Alright, let's trim this off. It's definitely way more than I need. So what am I looking at here? There, and then if I want to tuck it round and in, I want to add that much. So if I see that to there, right, got it. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Got a bit of spare if I need it. You never know. Right. So my first plan of attack is to flip this over now and stitch it to the flat piece. Okay, that was easy. And now I've got to get stitching. Me, sew things. Okay, I was in the Boy Scouts and I could sew things, but oh well, not my forte. Okay, got me a curved needle, got me some thread, got me another curved needle with some thread already in it. I wonder if it's got a bigger hole. Now. They both look the same, just the needle ambiguous. And that looks like it's going to be a pig to get through. I guess I can just do it singly. Although, he says, maybe I should do it double E. God, I hate if I'm going to have to... I'm there to get my needle threader. Not doing very well here. Yeah, it doesn't want to go through. Alright, let me go get me needle threader. Actually, it's my wife's, don't tell her. However, me being me, I searched through my wife's sewing machines. She has two. I don't know why. It's not like having two cars, is it? Anyway, and I couldn't find a needle threader there either. Ah, crap. Alright, I'm screwed. Then my brain cell engaged. I remembered when I was in Singapore. I think I was on vacation at the time, not work. And the hotels, of course, have needle kits, don't they, for you? And I took one, and I always kept it in my office drawer at work. Then when I left work, I obviously just grabbed the stuff that was mine out of the drawer, and that included the sewing kit. In that sewing kit is a needle threader. Let's hope it works. It says it's made in Japan. So we'll see if Mr. Japan's any good. Good. What was that about the camel? Through the eye of a needle? Let me see. Okay, and let us now see whether or not I can do this. Oh yes, baby, yes. Oh, look at that. All right. Hey, don't you damage that now. That's precious. I'll have to go and get myself a couple more of those needle threaders. I'm probably going to get some more thread anyway. As I previously mentioned, I'm going to double the thread. That's okay. It makes it nice and easy. Then I'm going to do what my mum used to curse me at, because my mum could sew, is I would tie a knot in the end so it didn't go through. That's not the way to do it. Sorry, Mum. It's the way I do it. Makes a big fat knot. However, we'll see, because if the big fat knot pulls through, then I'm going to have to do it like Mummy would do it. So let's start with here. I mean, I've just got to find a spot to start, haven't I? Let's start here. We tuck that under there. Bring that up through there. Oh, I've got a feeling the knot's not going to be. The knot's not going to be good enough. Oh, it might be actually. Now you see why I used a curved needle. Oh, how about that? I mean, it worked. However, rather than keep rethreading, I'm gonna just gonna strap it round and round. Okay, so that is not, well, it's holding it, but it's not holding it tight like I would like it to hold it. So now we'll go right here. That seems to work. Seems to. And all you seamstresses out there, stop laughing. I should have put more thread through, shouldn't I? Yeah, oh well, never mind. Cool. Getting pins and needles. Goody. Something else to get fixed. Yeah, I definitely should put a lot more thread in. Alright. I'm running out of thread now, so what I'm going to have to do is go around here a few times and tie a knot. Hey, you live and learn. You watching me, don't make the same mistakes. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to do something really terrible. I'm going to put a dab of glue on that so it doesn't undo. Yabba dabba glue. Right, that's it. I've gone all the way around. Did I need to do it like this? No, I probably didn't. But I'm glad I did. I feel comfortable now that it's going to do what it should do, which is hold everything nicely together. Next is to turn this over and stitch the rest of it on so that it's nice and neat. And then what's the next layer? The next layer is a grey material I've got. They did use cotton apparently, but I'm going to use this grey material, which was given to me by an upholsterer. Well, I bought it from him. And then I'll stitch that on, or I may hog tie it. I may use hog rings to hold it on. I'm going to go back and look at my video and see when I took the seat apart whether that layer was done with hog rings, or even did it exist. It may not have existed because I know the seats have been messed with. So I'm just going to do that. I'll flip this over, do the stitching on the other side. I'll show you that in my next video. I'm not going to show you in this video purely because it's getting later in the day now. I want to get this video out, and then tomorrow I'll continue with the rest of it, with the other side stitched, and I'll show you when it's done. There's no point in me showing you me doing some more stitching. It's not that riveting, is it? Now get out in the garage, go do your shit.